Hello, welcome everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Mystic Rose Tarot. My name's Amy. So I've been away for a while, and I shared a community post to let people know what's more or less what's been going on the past week and a half since I haven't been posting content. And I've been waiting for this moment when I had a chance to sit down and briefly share some thoughts with you about what's happening with me. So, if you missed my post, I live up in the mountains of now my former home of Southern California, and I am relocating this weekend. So, this is going to be my last evening here up in the mountains. And if there's a little bit of an echo, my house is completely empty. And I'm going to show you, that's the area that I do my readings with. That's the door to enter. Okay, that's one part of the balcony. And my beautiful hearth fireplace. I'm going to miss that very, very much. A lot of release and healing and purging was done there. So let's just get right to it. And don't worry, I know I have candles behind me and I have spirit running loose, so I'm watching him as I record this. So as I mentioned, I am relocating. I'm going to leave the location that I'm moving to under wraps until I get there. But this discussion right now is just to kind of share the journey that I've gone through that led me to get to this point. A lot of shifts have happened, primarily the later part of last year, early part of this year. And many of you who watch my channel know that I've mentioned signs and omens. And that has been nothing, that has been everything in the last few months for me. There I've been getting signs, I've been getting directions as to, change, to move, what makes me the happiest, where should I be? And so, in a nutshell, I feel that my time here, I've been here for a little bit over 5 years, has come full circle. When this applies to relationships, but also to yourself, when you've gotten to a point to where you've gained as much as you can, and where do you want to go from there? So that's where I am here, living here up in the mountains, especially in the last few months. I just had an awakening, and it's like, do I really want to stay here? I love the mountains. Mountains, they're all over the place, but there's certain areas that gravitate and people resonate to more so than others. This area here that I live in, beautiful, and that's why I have the backdrop of the backyard and the papa tree right over there. The environment's beautiful, but what's happened to me in the last few months is that I have gotten a lot of fiery energy. Okay, mountains, very earthy. It's very stable. It's very grounding, and that's beautiful, and that's wonderful, and that's what I needed the last few years that I was here. But now, since I found where I need to be, I can't move forward here. The community here is different. There's very little progression up here. So it's kind of hard to move forward. And especially with the kind of work that I do and the direction that I want to move in and to explore, I can't really expand up here in the mountains. So I did a yoga practice this morning, the first time in about almost a week, because I've been busy packing and working at the same time. When I finished my asana practice, I went to all quarters. I turned around and said, thank you. to the north. Thank you to the east. Thank you to the south. My mat was facing south. Thank you to the west. All those forces, all those elemental forces, the directional forces that play a role as to where we go, you know. And so those forces, those directions were very important to me. In fact, when I started doing my asana here at the house, I was facing north. I was doing my meditation and yoga upstairs in my room. And then a few years ago, I had to move out from that room. And so I went downstairs in my office where I had some space, and I started doing my practice facing east. And that felt so good because, you know, the east is when the sun rises. So I'm doing my practice with the sun already, starting to rise, and the energy felt good. And so that influence of just a change, working, shifting your energy around in your house, it's so important. For some people, they got to flip things around, things that in the living room, maybe face it a different direction. Feng shui, we're moving that energy to where it's more beneficial. And so that's what I did. I moved altars around when needed. I put them up during certain seasons. I pulled them down during seasons where I felt that it wasn't necessary to have them. I was in constant flux. I was constantly doing some shifts within this house. When you're doing those kinds of shifts, you're moving and you're healing, you're releasing, you're experiencing, and that's what's happened. And so, in the last few months, everything became very clear to me that I've accomplished what I needed here for me, and now I go to um, the next part of my experience. I don't want to say it's a new beginning or anything, because I feel there's a calling out there, and it's something that's already out there. It was just the right time to really acknowledge and be receptive to it. So this is just it's nothing new. This is just the next step. This is progression that I'm moving in. And honestly, I didn't think I was going to be moving so soon, but I am. And so that's where we are. Uh, this year, 2022. So I was not really putting it out there, but I was playing with the idea of some change, which whatever form it came in, for it to come in my life so that I could get some light and some idea as to what's going on. And pow, it happened one after another. So, and I'm happy with it. I'm very content leaving this home. I don't have any emotional connections like sadness or anything. Um, I look around and I smile. I love that fireplace so much. Um, and I'm grateful. And remember what I said, a few minutes ago. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all the quarters for me working through their energies. So where does this leave me? We're going to see what's going to be up ahead. So the next video that you will see, I will be where I'm relocating to. And you know what? Since everything is pretty much well packed, I did leave 2 decks out so I could do a reading before I vacate. But what I want to do right now is I want to pull a card right in front of you. I'm going to step away for a second, shuffle the cards, and let's just see what the first card comes out, because I'm going to begin my journey tomorrow. So hang tight, and let's see what the cards or a card's going to lead me to for the start of this next phase. Okay, so be right back. Enjoy the view. as I crawl back. Because I'm sitting on the floor. I have no furniture. Everything is packed and is put away. So I've been feeling a little bit more. I haven't done, I'll be really upfront with you, I have not had a moment this week to do any form of tarot reading or any kind of card pulls. And I just remembered, I forgot as I dig my hand into this deck, I'm going to work with the Guild Tarot. I have a bedside table that while I was packing, I was putting stuff inside one of the drawers, and the drawer got stuck. So what happened? Oops. No. So what happened is I shook it, and I heard something loose fall in the drawer. And what fell out were 3 dimes. Not a dime, but 3 dimes. And I'm trying to think, I don't recall putting money in that drawer for any reason because it's my bedside table, so I usually put, pens and stuff like that, tools that I work with. I don't recall money, but anyhow, 30 cents, 3 dimes fell down. So I'm keeping these 3 dimes because this could be a sign of something. So I'm going to keep these 3 dimes with me, 30 cents. And I'm going to keep it in this deck, the pouch that I'm going to be reading with. So I just thought it's interesting. 3 dimes. Maybe I could relate to the 3 of Pentacles, 3 of coins. Okay, 3 of coins is when we're starting to build that partnership, that sense of working together towards something. So I'm just going to leave it like that. So let's pull a card because I don't want to make this video long, but I'm happy I am able to do this before I sign off and turn in a little bit early because I'm going to have a very early day tomorrow, hopefully. All righty. So I'm not going to ask a question. Okay, this reading is regarding what's up ahead for me. Now, I know one card isn't going to tell you everything, but at least this card that I will get will at least place the energy as to where things are looking to move towards. Sorry, I'm tired too, so my tongue is tripping a little bit. All right, so here we go. I'm going to pull from the middle since I'm just doing one card. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Two of Wands. Okay, again, this is the Guild Tarot. The key word here is dominion. And interesting enough, we are in our second decan for the month of Aries. And that's actually, I believe that is the 3 of Wands. But here, the 2 of Wands is the first decan of Aries, which goes from, I believe this year, it's March 20th or 21st to April 19th, or March 20th to April 19th, I believe. Okay, so I got 2 of Wands. 2 of Wands, as you see in many decks, they have different meanings, but they still lead to the same kind of energy. 2 of Wands is dealing with control of what's currently happening. and setting that intention outward towards uh, what your direction is. So with this Two of Wands, and I like here, if you look carefully, we have a lighter shade and we have the white, and sort of kind of goes gray to a bit of a darker gray, and this is pretty much well white. Um, we're seeing about working with these energies, um, the contrast, light and dark, but also the transition. As we move out from maybe a darker situation, and we're starting to understand and take matters into our own hands, and knowing that we can um, make the changes that we need, you know, but also having control whenever you do a change. Okay, like what I'm going through right now. Don't do change, but keep doing something about it. Don't like move to a different area and go back into habitual patterns. Okay, we're in a new situation. A new situation opens up potential. So I'm not going to focus so much on dominion, but this card here for me shows more of the power of control, using that energy in a way so it's more directed, more focused. And that's the various, I feel, backstory for the Suit of Wands. It's working with that energy and how it influences us, how it can weaken us, but also how we can use it to empower us and to turn things around. But also, we don't want it to be, too over the top, because um, this Two of Wands is that first decan of Aries. So Aries is very much the leader in charge, taking control. And it can be a little bit egocentric, but I that's not the energy I get with this card. It's actually, you have this opportunity. Let's put matter back into not one hand but both hands, firmly across. Okay, and I like how I have the flames on either side, very similar to the wands that I'm holding here. I just realized that. So this is a beautiful, forceful card for me to move forward. So I will take that Two of Wands as I begin this next phase, and remembering how to use it, not to use it to manipulate, but how to use it um, to benefit yourself, and to continue progressing forward. Now, that isn't going to happen all the time. We're going to have detours, we're going to have challenges, and we have to be aware of that. But it's how we handle those situations. So, um, thank you, guides, for delivering this message for me, the Two of Wands. And I will end it right here with this card. So I will do a proper live once I get settled and get back into the swing of things. So I'll try and post something this week. It'll probably be later in the week, but if not, just hang tight, and I will be back soon. Okay. So if you have any questions or anything, yes, I'm still doing readings. I will always be doing readings for you. Visit my website. Um, I have a listing of all my readings there. If you have questions about the kind of readings that I do, and if you're interested in maybe a certain kind of reading that you may want me to do, feel free to ask. So it's themysticrosetarot.com, and on Instagram, the same, the Mystic Rose Tarot is where you can reach me. My email address is on the website. If you want to leave a donation, you're more than welcome to. But other than that, I wish everyone who may be going through a similar change as me, or maybe facing that fear of having to make a change, go out and do it. The saying goes, you never know if you don't go, if you don't try. So I have the courage right now to pursue this. So We will see what the universe has in store. Spirit is coming with me, so we'll see how this road trip is going to be with him. It's going to be a long one, but we will check in again soon. Everyone, have a wonderful week, and I look forward to seeing you again really soon. Very excited. All right, all the best, everyone.